As a terminal operator, you and your team are inundated with data. You rely on this data, for instance, to keep track of your containers, and you also want it to help you improve productivity and efficiency, to reduce your costs, and aid in making mission-critical decisions. But that data is siloed, and the angles that it comes from are rapidly increasing. From vessels, key cranes, yard cranes, internal trucks, external trucks, equipment position, and so much more. The decision-making process becomes overwhelmed, and no matter your expertise, it's natural for confusion to arise and for errors to occur. Terminals have so many moving parts, from tracking the life cycle of a container, to daily operations, to millions of containers that flow in and out of the yard. Inefficiencies at any stage, no matter how minute, are timely and costly to the organization and tend to accumulate over time, leading to decreased productivity and increased operational costs. What if there was a forward-thinking solution that gave you the power to use data as an essential tool to extrapolate and integrate siloed data sets, realize inefficiencies in real time, and recommend best practices that are attuned to your terminal's configuration? To date, no heuristic BI tool or mathematical equation has managed to provide a comprehensive solution to these difficulties, until AiCon, where artificial intelligence is at the heart, where machine learning forecasts your next container, next equipment failure, and your next move, providing a 360-degree view of your container terminal at never-before-seen angles. Introducing PortSight, one of the most exciting modules of AiCon. With PortSight, you can analyze the entire recorded history of all activity and evaluate what the yard currently looks like. But the most innovative, game-changing, groundbreaking feature of PortSight is its AI forecasts of vessel departure time, number of 20, 40, and 45-foot containers imported and exported, available space within the yard, even within each block, the performance to each piece of equipment, and each operator to pinpoint bottlenecks, and much more. PortSight captures all internal and external parameters such as wind, temperature, rain, tide, vessel and truck booking systems, and TOS systems, while consolidating, interpreting, and learning all behaviors of the terminal, producing a concise forecast that is simple, flexible, and intuitive. Pre-plan and optimize your incoming vessels, trucks, equipment, and containers to reduce costs. Granularity of the data can be modified to fit your needs. Discharging a single container from a vessel is broken down into source, transit, and target equipment, determining potential bottlenecks in your operations. But what if you need to dive deeper? PortSight captures the mechanical sub-processes of each type of equipment: equipment gantry, trolley, hoist, or spreader, determining the overall health or predicting container moves per hour. AI capabilities are embedded in each of the 4 segments of PortSight, covering your entire terminal operations, including yard, waterside, landside, and equipment. Let's check out a few of the exciting features. Welcome to the Yard homepage. This segment includes featured displays for various stakeholders, steering graphs for tactical decision-making, and analysis for strategic decision-making. Let's look at one tactical graph called Current Yard State. Get a bird's-eye view of the entire terminal, from currently working vessels, trucks, to the complete working yard. Quickly locate free space within the yard for 20, 40, and 45-foot containers. Determine if containers are being imported or exported, and if they're hazardous, refrigerated, full, or empty. And determine inefficiencies within the yard. Are higher dwelling containers stacked above lower dwelling containers? Use the power of AI. Predict how many container slots will be available within the next 24 hours to deploy a brand new strategy on a per block level. Assign more equipment to a potential bottleneck, or even cut traffic before a bottleneck has developed. The vessel homepage gives you the ability to view the entire history of all vessels, look at vessels that have not yet arrived, determine the strategy taken for each vessel, and view how much work was done and how much work remains for each vessel. Using the power of AI, PortSight determines estimated vessel departure time, allowing you to plan several hours in advance, retracting or deploying more resources, increasing the operational efficiency of each vessel, and decreasing the turnaround time for each vessel. But that's not all. PortSight also generates AI forecasts of the number of containers arriving and departing, the performance of each piece of equipment, and performance of each operator. This has been an introduction to PortSight, a cloud-based application that's custom-built to the constraints and parameters of your terminal, seamlessly implemented and simple to use. In addition to PortSight, AiCon includes additional forward-thinking components, forming a family of comprehensive AI-based decision support modules. YardSight recommends optimal container and equipment stacking strategies. BerthSight improves vessel discharge and load operations. So, are you ready to increase the efficiency of your entire terminal by significant margins? Are you ready to drastically reduce operational costs? Are you ready to optimize operations? Are you ready to unleash the power of AI? Engage AiCon today.